It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up, we've got Jimmy Garoppolo.
He had the green light to sling it last week, over 450 yards passing. It's the Egyptians and the Orbits, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
On the opening play, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. In early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, he'll get this off DTN. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
On On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo to the right side, complete to Taylor. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. Plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone.
Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The numbers for him from a week ago, 24 carries, 85 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
They'll start on the ground, ETN.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week.
15 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
31 yards on the punt there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Ryan. And that's incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
They run once more with Taylor.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Garoppolo.
He's got Granson, his tight end.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo.
He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to get this to about the 40-yard line.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On
2nd down, it's Moss again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 27. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Memphis in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Butker's kick here is good, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 39, Ryan. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo will set up the screen to Taylor. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. Oh, nice move. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to jet sweep with Kirk. He will push his way down to about the 14. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Etienne. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Orbits have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A give for Taylor running right side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. On the draw is Taylor. Dances by him. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards remain for second down. To throw is Garoppolo. Quick slant here to Woods. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Garoppolo on first down. And that'll be incomplete from the 21 and 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Touchdown! DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Egyptians have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll kick things off with a rematch of Super Bowl 25. Buffalo making one of 2 visits to MetLife Stadium this year. This one to take on the New York Giants. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've gone to the half.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to
to throw, Garoppolo.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Garoppolo again.
That's once again complete to Chark.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
He'll swing this out to Moss.
Touchdown!
Zach Moss.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Egyptians take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. Orlando takes back over on offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. On second down, ETN once more. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. From the gun, it's Ryan. They'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They've certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Ryan, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan. This will be caught by Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. It just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To throw again is Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Hawkins.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Ryan.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Running left, Taylor.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
3rd and long. It's Ryan.
Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Ryan.
He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Ryan will throw again.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Butker on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Orlando takes back over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Ryan on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. They'll drop that underneath Etienne.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. One last shot at the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One last shot for Ryan. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the home team here,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Orlando, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.